the seeming suddenness of a missile's flight, we are thrust into the age of a scientific revolution. The age of space. It is a time in which wonder grows weary at the commonplace of miracles. And in which hope strides forward in 7-league boots, hastened by the knowledge that modern technology can bring an end to hunger, illiteracy, chronic ill health, drudgery, unemployment, and material want. Man has probed to the very heart of matter and turned it to energy. But all of technology is not a net gain. We have not probed deeply enough into the heart of economic life. Automatic equipment can produce more goods faster, but it lays off the unskilled. Computers and electronic mechanisms demand workers of exceptional qualification. Others need not apply. New production methods turn over entire labor forces, empty out old factory towns. Caught in a squeeze between falling demand and rising productivity, many workers go the way of the one-time farmhand, now a vanishing American. This man's name is now only a footnote to history. Over 100 years ago, he invented a sewing machine. But when he considered what his invention might do to the jobs of hand seamstresses, he destroyed it. Long before that, the followers of King Lud in England attacked the new textile machinery and burned out the factories. We have since learned that technology has been the source of progress, leading in the long run to more jobs and better jobs. We live, though, in the short run. Not in the future, but now. Men and women dispossessed, displaced by machines. Persons without skill in a world with no use for the unskilled. Persons without an education in an economy where education is the basic job count. Persons against whom the prejudices of society have been leveled. Men and women in places where change found a bypass. If problems of the immigrant and the woman worker and the child laborer and the returning veteran and the apprentice were the basic concerns of the Department of Labor in earlier times, today the waste of millions of human talents is a central challenge. In 1962, the Congress passed the Manpower Development and Training Act, the first significant manpower legislation in the nation's history since the Employment Act of 1946. Designed primarily to meet the needs of the unskilled unemployed, the Act provides for testing and selection of trainees for education in usable skills, for the payment of allowances, and placement in jobs. As administrator of the Act, the Department of Labor also reports to the President on manpower requirements, resources, use, and training, and the President reports to the Congress. The balance sheet on the human side of the economy, the plus and minus of a labor force of millions of individuals. For the first time, we have an adequate measure of our most important resource, its potential and its future. Change has also brought new challenges to one of our free society's most valued institutions, the bargaining table. The representatives of labor, faced with growing automation, are not liable to bargain away their members' jobs. Across the table, the management representative, faced with stiffening competition and changing markets, is not liable to bargain away the efficiency that might make a difference between profit and loss. The Department of Labor helps prevent final stalemate by offering both parties technical services, objective facts, employment and labor force projections, examples of how it's being done elsewhere, ideas on which to base a discussion and, hopefully, an understanding. Since 1959, the department has administered and enforced a law requiring labor organizations and labor consultants to report on their financial transactions, and that also guarantees democratic procedures. Special surveys of labor markets help determine their eligibility for federal assistance under the Area Redevelopment Act. Workers who lose their jobs because of the nation's new free trade policies obtain retraining help through the Department of Labor and other agencies. As the world is knitted closer together, free men face the necessity of choice, and of choice exercised under pressure. The razor edge of technology prunes away traditional livelihoods at a time when unprecedented numbers of persons seek jobs. Labor and management relations that have grown firm on past agreements over wages and hours and fringe benefits crack over the problem of obsolete workers. But it is more than this. It is a problem of values, of faith, as well as works. Equality is first a democratic ideal and then an economic necessity. Full employment is not only an expression of maximum efficiency in an economic system. It is characteristic of a society that believes each individual is a proper measure for the success of all. Throughout its more than 50 years, the Department of Labor has been served by thousands of men and women who have shared the belief that America the Beautiful can be more than the title of a song. The inventory has come a long way from a bay horse named Mike and a stack of books. But the attitude hasn't changed, nor has the name of the job: to foster, promote, and develop the welfare of the wage earners of the United States. Having known change and helped make it, the Department of Labor does not find in change a stranger nor an enemy. It is rather another name for opportunity.